The Vera Show. The Vera Show. The Vera Show. The Vera Show. Let's talk about it. 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 On the field.
Hello, hello, hello. I am so excited as always with my guest today. I am so happy to have Mrs. Ruby Shivers with me. She is an author, a speaker, and she's got some stuff to tell us today. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and pull her up. And as I pull her up, how are you today?
I'm fine. I'm just so happy to be with you.
Well, I'm happy that you're here with me. And what I'm going to do is share a little bit about you with our audience so that they know who Mrs. Ruby Shivers is. And so
Okay.
Ruby is a graduate of Sultan Hall University with a
See,
BA degree
mhm.
in communications. She attended graduate school at Rutgers with further studies in the master degree program in education at Montclair State University. Why Shouldn't I Cry? Ode to the Black Man is Ruby's fifth book. It's that book we didn't see coming, but now that it is here, it must be embraced like that lifeline we weren't expecting, but no, we have to grab onto to save a life. And more specifically, the lives of our Black men. States Professor Terry Benjamin, Keene University, made that statement. In her debut book, Tired, Trite, and Tasteless Expressions That Keep Us Damaged, retitled Verbal Healing. And I really want us to talk about that today. She artfully combines a healthy dose of mother wit with plain reality to create a potent mixture of total revelation. Her observations go right to the point. In her second book, Victims of Confusion, Ruby won't just teach you about what it means to be confused. More importantly, she teaches how to break freedom from confusion and release the negative baggage that's holding you back from reaching your dreams and reaching your goals. As stated by Shamsi Dean, president of the Power Speakers Institute. Now, she has several books, and I could go on and on and on with her bio. She is a resident of Plainfield, New Jersey. Her accomplishments include hosting and producing a cable talk show, Youth in Pursuit of Knowledge, known as YAPOC. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes,
For
that's okay. That's fine.
YAPOC for 10 years. She co-created a scholarship fund in honor of her dad, giving scholarships to seniors in her hometown of Lake Butler, Florida. She is also the founder and president emeritus of the African Culture Awareness Program, ACAP, established at Mount Teman AME Church, Elizabeth, New Jersey. She is also the founding member of Women in Support of the Million Man March. I won't say the acronym. I'll let you say that. She is
The
also a
wisdom.
member of the committee to eliminate media offenses against African people. Hosted a radio show for the Monique
Danielle.
Danielle show presenting the weekly book review, conducted the youth authors workshop at the tutoring center, and that was in Piscataway, New Jersey. She is a member of First Baptist Church and a member of the senior choir. Ruby has received numerous awards for her service and has been written up in newspapers and appeared on talk shows across the country. Well, I am just honored, 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 so honored to have you here with me today. And
Well,
so
thank you,
what I'm going to do, I am going to give you the floor and give you an opportunity to further introduce yourself and give us some idea of your journey and why it is that you're doing what you're doing to uplift, encourage, inspire, and support. And then I want you to kind of talk about your book, and we're going to talk more about it, but what made you write this book regarding Black men? So I'm going to give you the floor and let you take it from here.
oh my, thank you for that introduction. I was beginning to wonder who that was myself. Yes, I'm Ruby Williams Shivers. Call me Ma Ruby, call me Queen Mother Ruby, and they got some names for me. But I am just pleased to be on your show this evening. I have a history. I've not started writing. I've been very conscious of us as African people and why we have, where we are, but why we have come so far without having someone delve into our history the same as we would delve into other serious events or occurrences. And this latest book of mine, Why Shouldn't I Cry? Ode to the Black Man, was released in 2020, just prior to the pandemic. But it brought forth something for me that I probably hadn't thought about before in terms of how this virus came on and attacked me. Then I began to read, I had just finished my book, but I knew in my mind that it was so similar. So I created a coined a phrase called African Slave Virus 401. Because that's why I see our situation now. Though 401 years plus of enslavement, racism, and all the other stuff that we are dealing with, certainly must have been a virus that hit us, or similar to this virus that hit us. But we have not, to my knowledge, had anyone come forward with that concept of us being hit so serious we needed experts. So Vera, when you hear me classify myself as an unapologetic amateur, looking for experts, that's part of what I'm trying to say. You know, I can explain, or I can pontificate, or I can talk about us as African people. But at this stage of the game, or maybe before, but particularly now, we need experts to try to get to the root, the bottom of what 401 years of slavery and racism and all the other stuff that we got to deal with, have done to us. It has created a lot of syndrome. It has created a lot of headache. And when this virus came out, it showed you very clear the disparity between where we are across the board, health-wise, financially, anything you can think of compared to the next person. And that's not by happenstance. It's got to be a reason. So I hope this latest book of mine will come at a point where people will begin to believe that we need experts to begin to explain to us the same as this virus. When that came upon us, we didn't try to go out looking for a celebrity, looking for people who had a whole lot of money, even looking for people who had a whole lot of academic acumen. but we went looking for experts to try to deal with the virus that had killed now over 2 million people across the world and affected even more. You know, we don't, for this, no one went looking for Kanye West or Clarence Thomas or Herschel Walker or anyone else who may have money or fame or fortune. They went looking for the experts. So now that we have, if we can understand that our situation is probably more dire because there's been slavery before, but there's never in the annals of history been the kind of slavery that was imparted upon us. You know, we went through something different than any other thing that you read about. So that's what this book is about. Now, going back to where I came from, I have always been conscious of us as African people being on the low end of everything. As a child, coming up in a segregated South, you know, gave you real pause to know who they thought you were and what position you held. So as a youngster, growing up in the South in the church, I'm an AME by birth, African Methodist Episcopal person. So we were, as youngsters, sent away to Sunday school every summer, and they would choose certain ones of us. I happened to be one of the ones as a teen, go to this particular conference. And in this conference, because it was still segregation, the topic was, we were getting into that integrated phase. So the topic was, are we ready for integration? And I've been a very shy, always shy, never dreamed of getting up in front of anybody speaking. But this particular topic just kind of jolted me. And although I was surrounded by you very well articulated folks, we were from the country, from a little town called Lake Butler. We went into Gainesville, which was the city at the time. And the kids from Lincoln High School was considered, you know, the town kid, the city kid. But I jumped up before I knew it and said, are we ready for integration? We are the ones who enslave people. And I went the whole route about how other folks have a performed. And we had the notion to think we had to get ready for them. We didn't know how to eat properly. We didn't know how to talk properly. We didn't know how to, you know, communicate. There was a lot of things that we decided we didn't know that we had to learn to get with them. So that's where I started. Back in the days when I was a youngster, it always kind of came to my mind that there needed to be a revelation. And that revelation needed to be who we are, how we got here, and who put us in. So my book now is talking about that.
And you know, unfortunately, we don't understand and recognize that with all this racism and with all the discrimination and with all the systemic discrimination and racism that we have experienced throughout our lives, for us to still be as resilient, for us to still be as empathetic and compassionate and loving and kind in the midst of all of that, it is amazing. It is astounding.
Special people that we have not been able, majority of us, to appreciate. Because when someone is classifying you throughout a 400-year history and you've heard nothing else, it's hard to really believe that you are anything other than what someone said you are. So when you see the people like Clarence Thomas, although I get very annoyed with them, or Kanye West, or this Herschel Walker now that's on the scene, there's a reason even behind what they are doing.
Let's talk about that. So how do you feel? What do you think is it that that makes them be like that? And we could say, we could use the word Uncle Tom, or we could use another word. But what is it? Why do you think there are some of us, and it's not just black men, but some of us that
Right.
feel that we are not all that we can and should be until we, what's the word, embrace the culture
Of
that
someone else's, right, someone else's culture. Well, what that's what I'm trying to explain about the amateur and the expert. For all over the decades, 200 from years and more, we have been able to discuss it. Like I'm an expert in black living. I live black every day, but I'm not an expert in living black. That's a difference than black living than living black. Living black, you would have to know pretty much the humanities of us as a people. And that's prior to the 400 years we've been in this area. That means of the African person. And it takes the expert who knows a little about anthropology, geography, psychology, the whole 9 yards, Egyptology. Gotta know that. The same as this, these scientists got to know the virus and all the intricacies of what makes this virus. We wouldn't just go grab anybody to talk about a virus. We know what it did to us. I can tell you how it affected my people, how it affected me, how it hurt me. I may have had a cold, I may have had sniffy nose, but I can't tell you the intricacies of it, right? Well, the same way, the same analogy with our 401 years, what I call the African slave virus 401, which will produce someone like a Graham. You know, they have been affected. We have developed so many symptoms that you can't even name. I can name a few: the Willie Lynch syndrome, the Stockholm syndrome, the abusive child syndrome. You know, the more they beat us, the more we like them. You know, so we developed a lot of symptoms, but it's not for me. It's for the experts who have gone through all the humanities of what make us African people to tell us why we came out the way we did. Some of us, we can talk about it, but right now we need experts in our midst to come and delve into. Because one thing I learned, Vera, it wasn't the Klan or just the average person that demeaned us. That helped us. These were scientists out of Europe, way back when. Respectable people writing in books that we were nothing and nobody. So those were people that the average person believed. You know, so we got to get to the root of that, where it came from. And you know why it came there? Because when they came into Africa initially, what did they see? They saw the best of everything, the best scientists, the best mathematician, the best this, the best that. And in order to bring us out of Africa into slavery, they had to reverse that image. So they worked hard in the science bit. Now I can't think of the guy's name in my book now, but he's a white novelist who speaks deeply on how they went into Africa and created the images of the human so they could bring us back over here as slaves.
And break us down.
Because the ones of us who know how that happened, you must know that they didn't bring the worst out of Africa. They brought the very best, health-wise, financially, and everywise, to bring over here to do what they needed done. So they saw the very best of humanity, but they demeaned and tried to dehumanize, and particularly our black men. That's why they work so fiercely and so seriously about dehumanizing our black men, because they know who they are. But we don't know who we are.
And you know, and the sad thing is, our black men have been dehumanized by society, but then we as women oftentimes perpetuate that by how we relate and react and respond to our black men.
Oh yes, as part of my book, one part of my book, I picked up a an expression from a sister. I don't even know her. I saw it on Facebook, and I said, "Whoa, this is heavy." And I gave her credit, of course, in my book. But it talks about it was to the black man and how we have framed them ourselves, not knowing at the end that what we thought they were not who they were, but they were trying to survive too. And of course,
Yes.
we as black women have always had their back, because we had to protect our black men. But as a result, our black men didn't have the privilege or couldn't do what other men could do for their women. And we criticized them. And we didn't, but that was out of ignorance too. So now that we are understanding who we each one of us is, then now we are trying to correct that. One of the reasons I wrote this book, because I want us, I said, I want the experts. I'm an amateur looking for experts. I want the experts to come and, like with this virus, come in and get deep into us and explain the symptoms and explain everything else that's happened to us over the 401 years that we've been so attempted to dehumanization, but they sure didn't succeed.
They
There was
couldn't
a attempt at
succeed.
dehumanization, but we're still standing.
And I had a guest a couple weeks ago. She specializes in racism and white supremacy. And one of the things that she said that I found was very interesting, she said the difference and the wounds that, because the title was The Wounds of Racism in Black and White. And one of the things that she said, where we are, loving and nurturing, and we have to be close to each other and connected because we are all we have.
We always have. Exactly.
But where one of the points that she made, she said that in white families in particular, one of the things that happens, they base everything on performance, how well you perform. And that performance dictates how you are loved or any of that. So love is conditional in that,
right.
and conditional versus we love unconditionally. And it's been very clear, no matter how we're treated, no matter what tribulations, no matter what trials, no matter what, we thrive, we survive, we endure.
Exactly. And that alone should tell us that we're very special people without being, we just are. With what we have gone through and still going through and managed to survive at the extent that we are surviving, we're very special people. God chosen people, I suspect. But hey, that's another story. But in any case, we are certainly not who they have painted us to be. We are very much at the top of the list. You're right. We forgive so easily, and we love so easily. We are just so we're human beings who understand humanity, and we treat people that way, even the ones who have treated us badly. But what we need, though, is a clear understanding of who we are, not by who I say we are, but who have studied us throughout our humanities and understand every aspect of it. So when we see a person, I keep using his name, but I can, Clarence Thomas or Herschel Walker or any of those folks like that, they grab to speak for us, and that's deliberate too. That's purposely. Why would you grab someone like that? We didn't okay them to be our leaders, but they'll do
absolutely.
that. And they know they are not speaking.
Right. I had someone ask me when Herschel just first came on the scene. So, are you voting for Herschel? Herschel?
Right.
Just
Herschel
because
not even qualified as Trump, and you got to be a low. He just doesn't have anything.
He doesn't have it.
So he doesn't have it.
When you put him up against Reverend Warnock,
Oh my goodness.
there's no comparison.
None
And see,
whatsoever.
but
And
the
you know
thing is,
they don't.
people tend to think that are we are so caught up in being monolithic and just focused
Hmm.
on just because a person is black, we want to support
Hmm.
them. No.
Right. No, no, and that's another good word that you just used. The word monolithic. In my book, my first book, we must reject tired, trite, tasteless, and other nonsensical expression that keep us damaged. You see a long title, right? When I used to go on the road and have to be explain my title, by the time I finished, my time was up. So I changed it to verbal healing. It, I changed it to verbal healing. It means the same. It's about 55 compilation of expressions that we use and don't recognize somehow the damage to some of them. You
Let's
know,
let's talk
like
about
for
some of
instance,
those things.
monolithic. Yeah, like monolithic. Well, we are not monolithic, but with us, we probably shouldn't say that, because until we get ourselves together by these experts that can tell us what happened and the degree to which how it happened and how it affected us and how it still impacted us, then why wouldn't we be monolithic? We can't be on 50 different tracks. But see, that's what we are now. We're on 50 different tracks. With them, if you notice, white folks have all kinds of organizations and all kinds of annual meetings that they go to get on track with each other. But we talk from 1,000 different tongues, and so when they use the word monolithic, they're doing it in a degrading way, because we need to be more monolithic, but not from people like Herschel Walker. We need to be monolithic under our experts. That's why we need our experts to come together, develop for us what they have developed for themselves. And then we can talk from a position of authority. But right now, we're talking each out of the corner of our mouth, and this one saying that, the other one saying that, the rich person saying, and we'll grab the wealth, we'll grab the celebrity, we'll grab people who are famous just because they're famous or less celebrity. Doesn't mean they know us as the African person. They may be African, but they may not know us. Herschel Walker doesn't know African. If you hit him in the face with it, he wouldn't know. Poor thing,
Yes.
as my mom would say.
Yes. And you know what? We're going to take a quick break here so that I can recognize some of our sponsors. So
Okay.
let me pull up one of our sponsors and we will be right back.
If you are a business owner or entrepreneur and you're looking for a way to share your mission, your purpose, your products and services literally with the world faster, safer, and easier, making your brand accessible to millions from the comfort of your home, well, I want to encourage you to join our Learn How to Start a Podcast and Monetize It class. Why? Is because this was designed for entrepreneurs like yourself as a platform to provide you with the knowledge in order to not only start a podcast, but successfully launch it. And then the third key, which is helping you to understand how you can monetize your podcast. As you are impacting the world with good, you can also build multiple streams of income from this one podcast and share your story, mission, and purpose literally with the world. So on today, I want you to go ahead and click CoachTinaRamsey.com to join our podcast class today.
Now, if any of you are interested in Coach Tina Ramsey's podcast training, I want to highly recommend it, and how she can help monetize what it is that we do, because we are worthy of our hire. So let Dr. Tina Ramsey talk to you about how she can help monetize. And if you don't have a podcast, but you're interested, check out Dr. Tina Ramsey. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Now let's come back to this. I'm going to go back and make reference from your bio, because there was something that I read that just really, you talked about, oh, your third book, I believe, the second book, Victims of Confusion.
Well, the book Victims are very self-explanatory. We are victims of confusion. We're very confused. No fault of our own. Wouldn't you be confused if for 400 years people have taught you that you were nothing, nobody, and whatever? It wasn't 100 years ago that we weren't allowed to read. So everything's so present. We're all getting older, but there are many things that we can remember in our lifetime that the average person has never gone through. So we're still going through some stuff, so it gets you confused, and rightfully so. Again, I'm going to use my man Herschel Walker when he comes out with that stupidity. Don't really blame him if he was brought up with not knowing his history, not knowing himself, not appreciating himself, seeing everything about him as being negative. Like I say, I wrote this book for a black man, and I call my African son. But it's also a book for all men and women who support the black man. Because our black man has been so dehumanized that we would produce one like a black Herschel. We will produce one like a Clamp. We will produce one like Candace Owens. I don't know if you've heard of her before, but the sisters out there. But that's not of their own, because they wouldn't be like that. I don't believe they would really be like that if they had any control of themselves on a large scale. You know what I'm saying? They may think they got money, they got fame, they got fortune, that kind of stuff. But that means nothing if you don't have what it is that makes you a human being. And that was taken from a lot of us.
Right. And, and to have to puff yourself up with lies and misconceptions and and yet think that you're all that, and it's based on lies that people can see. We need
no shame in their game.
No shame.
No shame in their game.
No shame.
That's because of the ignorance and not book ignorance. So you can be a class scientist. He went to Harvard Law School. So it has nothing to your academics. It has to do with your knowledge of who you are as a human being, and particularly African human being.
Yes. And I know we're talking about, let me ask you something. So in dealing with it, and also where can people find your book? I do have your website scrolling, and your phone number and your email.
Okay, that's where they can find them. It's my website, www.rubywilliamsshivers.com, and my email is rubyshivers158@gmail.com. You can easily phone me, 252-514-7960. And Vera, I'm talking particularly to my black men out there. I kind of Googled when I first started, and I think I saw like 15 million, maybe around 15 million black men in this country. Then if there are 15 million black men in this country, it shouldn't take a whole lot of them, like a zip percent, to purchase my book and make me a bestseller.
You hear that? You hear that, audience? Purchase her book.
And she's stats on that.
And she's particularly talking to black men. You need to get this book. And I want you why do black men need to get this book? And I know you already said, but I want you to reiterate so that people understand.
Okay. Black men need to get this book for several reasons, and one particular one. This book will give them an idea of who they really are, in spite of the attempted dehumanization of them. they will know from whence their image came from. So they have a lot of bad image going around. They have to know that it was purposely put upon them. Not necessarily by the plans of some of those folks out there, but from learned people years ago in the science book, baked in the cake. So when we read over time the science that we thought were legitimate, it was just the fictional group have decided that they wanted to dehumanize, and our men in particular. Yeah. So they need to get this book to know where it started from, how it got here, and how it continues to maintain itself here through slavery. We're not allowed to read books. We're not allowed to know about our history. We're not allowed to, everything was taken from us. That's one of the points I want to make about, there are folks who have had serious stuff happen to them. Like the Jewish people had the Holocaust. That was serious. But they did not, they had their finances and their freedom and was murdered by the millions taken from them. We know the three things, but we had those three things in addition to our culture, our language, everything taken from us. See, so that's the difference in what other people, the Japanese have gone through this. So there are people who've gone through, but to the extent that we have is unparalleled throughout the universe. And that's what our experts need to begin to express to people, us particularly, and other folks who may not understand it to that extent.
And you know, what you're saying is so profound, because if we don't understand who we are, and like you said, we were stripped of our identity, we were stripped of our name, we were stripped of our culture, we were stripped of our way of life, we were even stripped of our religion.
Oh, definitely. That was one of the first things they stripped of us. And it just, been lasting throughout generation after generation. And we had to recreate ourselves a way to survive the trauma. It's not that we just adapted to it. We had to create, because we had to live within it. So we had to create out of that chaos something grand for us.
And that's why so many of the inventions were created by us, because as my my guest Kamal said, we did these inventions out of necessity. Did these out, but they are inventions that even to this day still stand, still hold true. The gas mask, the light bulb, all these different things. And when you recognize that what we have contributed to this country,
oh my word,
it is phenomenal. And we need to recognize as a people who we are, and like you said, who we are, but not only that, but whose we are, and that innate spiritual piece that is often lacking in other cultures, or it's misdirected, for lack of a better word, in other cultures, because you cannot. There's no way you can call yourself a Christian and have such hate within you. Because how can you say how can you call yourself a Christian when you don't even love your fellow man? But in most cases, people don't love their fellow man because they don't love themselves.
Which is no love themselves. And it's all coming out in the wash, as my mom would say. Because that's one of the reasons that I believe anyway, and I've come to the conclusion that a lot of this shooting, school shooting, come from people who have had the privilege of using us as a target. For over the years, see, hate begets hate. So they hated us so fiercely. So they used us as their target. And now they can't do it as easily. But it's still hate in their heart. So they go into themselves now. So when you see the shootings and stuff, I say to myself, how did that happen? But that is one of the ways it happened. When you can't do what you did to us, so that's what you did to us over 200 years. You just came and grabbed us and shot us and hanged us on a tree. But you can't do that. So now it has to come out in another way.
But and I just wonder, because it also stems from how are these people being raised. I hate to use the word these people, but how are they being raised? And again, I think it's because the love is not there. It's just not there.
Right, as I said, they were hating us, but when we are not as much the target, the hate is still there. So that's really talking about expert right there. Able to authenticate that. But I would say that probably comes from the hate that we get. And if you can hate like that, it has to express it in some manner. So now they are expressing themselves amongst themselves. Like even Trump, if you think about it. Trump is terrible, but he hates people as much as he hates us.
Yeah.
And he's doing as much damage to them as doing to us right now.
And and all of it stems from the fact that he hates himself.
Right.
He hates himself. You can't, he hates himself. Otherwise, yes, he does. All that bolstering and all that stuff, it's just a facade. It's just a mask, because this man does. And the other end to this is, and it stems with health. When you have all that guile and hatred inside of you, you can't help but be sick in one way or the other. Physically, mentally, emotionally, somehow it's going to affect you, because you can't keep all that stuff inside of you and not expect it to fester into dis-ease. You know what I'm saying?
He's a sick man. Definitely a sick man.
Yes.
But we gotta get ourselves together. And the way we're gonna get ourselves together is to create, grab onto and research of those experts that I'm talking about. I know I was mentioned. I don't know if you read the book Stolen Legacy. You were talking about when you was talking about the not the experiments, the developments that we have. If you read the book Stolen Legacy, you will see all the things that stolen from us, many things that were stolen from us, and we never even our music, so there's so many things that belong to us. Well, not just Africa too, I mean the continent about it, not the diaspora, but the continent, homeland.
Yeah,
got all that stuff over there in the museums. Europe museum.
Oh my God! Yes, there's a museum.
They should give them back now.
Wow, and there's a museum in Florida called the Bronze. I can't remember the full name, but it has all these artifacts and all this art from Africa, and to see all the craftiness, the detail that we put into, and we do that with everything we do. We put forth a total effort, fully expended, because we have to, and it still is not enough. It still is not enough. Well, listen, I'm going to take another pause for the cause and share another commercial. 1 minute. Let me pull up. Okay, well, this is actually my commercial. Yes, so if you're interested in consulting or coaching or training or speaking, please check, come and check me out on Instagram, Vera.Thomas Instilling Greatness. And the link is there that will give you an outline of all the things that I can offer you. So I just wanted to do that. And Yolanda, she gave me two different. Oh, let me pull you back up. I'm sorry, I'm running my mouth like you're up here with me. Yolanda also gave me a commercial that I'm going to play for her. Now she sent me another one that I haven't had a chance to pull up yet because this has been one of those hurried days and I'm not on my computer doing this. I'm actually on my phone, which is a little different for me, but as long as the show keeps going. So I'd like to share Yolanda's commercial. And where is it? Okay. All right. I don't Okay, okay. I got a lot of things in here. Okay, let me pull her commercial up right quick. Ms. Mac McKenzie, Miss Mac Marketing. Miss Mac Marketing. This lady, and you know her. And so, as a matter of fact, she's your publicist, right?
Oh, yes, she is. Fabulous lady.
Yes. I just met her, and it's as if I've known her forever. She's a beautiful soul, absolutely beautiful soul. So, if you're interested in getting more marketing done, publicity done, then you need to see Miss Yolanda Mac Marketing. All right, so I do have a couple more to share, but I want us to come back and talk about what we're talking about.
Okay.
And you are a phenomenal woman. You have done so many things, and the work that you've done with youth is outstanding. And I'd like for you to kind of share a little bit about your work with youth as well.
Well, youth have always been my passion, because they're really so keen. They're a keen group of people. It's interesting to be around, and just exciting to teach, because they absorb so much. And as long as we're giving them the right thing, I feel very good about that. I created this program some years back, cable show called Youth in Pursuit of Knowledge. And the idea behind that was to impart the knowledge I knew. And with that, I allowed some of the youth that I have on my show, Grand, to come on as hosts. So I taught them not only the history, but how to technically perform, and how to get involved in imparting information that they knew. As I taught them, I wanted to continue to teach whoever they was around. So the show was Youth in Pursuit of Knowledge, and of course we tried hard to impart the knowledge.
That is
and
awesome.
But they understand and they're carrying the knowledge on.
And we've got to embrace our youth. We have got to embrace our youth, because they are not only our future, but they are also our present. And they are eager to learn and observe. They are eager to be a part. I was talking with a young lady today, and she just has such great insight for a young person. I mean, words of wisdom come out of our youth. Just like scripture says, out of the mouths of babes. And so it is incumbent upon each of us to try to do whatever we can to reach out and touch and embrace our young people. So I say kudos to you for having done that. Just kudos to you for that.
And particularly our young people today, certainly need to know more about, and I think they, in spite of those who are trying to eliminate it from our school system or libraries, I believe it's going to, at least I hope, it's going to encourage our young people to want to see what they're taking away from it. So maybe a benefit to us, because prior to that, there was not a whole lot of motion about our history, not in the schools, anywhere. It should be mandatory in the first place.
Oh, absolutely. You can't even talk about American history without including African American history, Japanese history, Jewish history. You know, it needs to be all encompassing. This is not white America. This is the United States of America with people.
I think that's what our pride is about.
It is.
It is.
And the thing is, there should be more of us embracing, wanting to know more about what really happened here. You know, because until our country acknowledges and recognizes how this country was founded, and you know, I mean, what we saw January 6th, that was not anything new.
No,
that was not anything new.
No,
it was just amplified.
Exactly. And it's going to get worse. If they don't take care of it,
we're going to implode.
Exactly.
We're going to implode.
And in terms of us, what we need to at least settle some of what happened with us is reparation. I mean, that should be that's a non-starter. That should not even be a question. If we worked as hard as we worked all those years for free, somebody should give us something. They ain't not giving us to release some of our money that
I agree.
And they've done that with other groups. So it's not would be anything strange.
Right. Well, I thank God it doesn't. But I know that family in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I mean, because those Black Wall Street, you know, had they not done what they did to destroy it, there would be millionaires up on top of millionaires and families, you know, but they didn't want us to be a part of what they were, but yet they destroyed
what we had. And that was just one incident that was across our country. That was
Rosewood.
But they destroyed many of our communities like Wall Street. Across our country.
Yes. We are almost out of time. And I do have 2 more commercials I want to show, and then I'll get back with us.
Become reality today with Ms. Mac Marketing. 848-236-5026.
Yes, and I have one
media service business. We help entrepreneurs and startup businesses by providing them with beneficial coaching, resources, and visibility techniques to position their businesses online from their own homes. We assist businesses with influence building, podcasting, intentional coaching, training, media, visibility, connections, and monetization online. CTR Enterprises Network has a proven track record by directly impacting over 1,000 entrepreneurs worldwide. We are here to service you, and we can help. Contact us today by going to ctrenterprisesnetwork.com.
Hi, my name is Kijano Owens. I am co-founder of Success Express Marketing Solutions. Our business is cultivating more business for your business. I want to tell you real quick about our program that is one of the most comprehensive business development online marketing support programs out there, which is the VASP, VASP, Virtual Assistant Support Program. This system allows you to operate and run your business while we help monitor and help you cultivate more business for your business online. Contact us at 909-686-1698 and visit us online at successexpressmarketing.com. Look forward to helping you take your business to the next level.
Well, we've got all kinds of business opportunities for you to check out. Ms. Mac Marketing. Business is Success Express Marketing and CTR Network. So you want to check out these things. And I hope that you were able to see their contact information. And please tell them you heard this on the Vera Thomas Show. All right, now I'm going to give you the final 4 minutes to share whatever it is you want to share, to encourage, and also if you could possibly just give some nuggets, something, a plan of action, something that you would want in addition to buying your book. Can you give us a nugget that Black men might be able to do to help build themselves up? So I'm giving you the floor for the remainder of the show.
Okay, well, Dr. First, let me thank you for being on your show. I've really enjoyed this. I always try hard to impart information to the extent that I can. As I said before to you, I am very much an African. I live it every day. So I'm an expert in Black living. I mean, living Black. I'm an expert in living Black because I live it every day. But I'm not an expert in Black living. That takes a whole slew of knowledge around our humanity, you know. Where geography, where anthropology, bibliography, physiology, whatever it is that makes a human being, we need the total. You know, we need someone who studied it in depth that can explain all the Clarence Thomases and Churchill Walkers and anyone who's contrary to what we believe. And I was encouraged everyone, you know, who I believe in God. You know, as a product of the segregated South, grew up in a time when my allegiance to God, the Almighty, was baked in the. I knew early on that I needed God. My constant companion. You know, it was not so much a conversion as a continue. You know, from my earliest remember. Even today, a favorite song of mine is "I Look to You, Lord." So, in spite of what we're going through, I think that may be our answer. In addition to what we gotta begin to learn to do through our experts to educate us, to inform us, to define what it is that we got from 101 years of what I call the African slave virus, the impact of it, you know, and until we learn that, we just got to stay humble, stay prayed up, and forever be conscious of who we are.
Yes, and you're such a beautiful soul.
Do the research.
Yes, research, be humble, stay focused, and recognize and understand, get to know who we are, get to know our past, get to know from whence we've come. And if there's experts that you are aware of that can come and talk about these things on my show, and also referring books and videos and other things that we can share so that our audience as well as our communities can better recognize where we've come from in order to understand where we're going. So with that, I want to thank you, and I want to thank our listening audience. And this podcast will be replayed in 27 countries, and so I'm excited. Yes, so I'm excited. Yes, so I'm excited that people will be able to hear what it is that you're doing and feel your passion for being in our Blackness and being who we are, and understanding the plight of our African American men, and look at what can we do to uplift them, to encourage them, to support them, and to let them know they are loved and special. So with that, I want to thank you all for being here, and we will see you all next week. So God bless and have a great day. And will you still hold on? Don't leave, okay? I want to see you after the show, okay? All right.
Okay. All right.
The Vera Talent Show. The Vera Talent Show. The Vera Talent Show. The Vera Talent Show. Let's talk about it. 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 On the field.
Bye-bye.
Bye.